People still talk about how Wendy's burgers were square because they didn't cut corners. That line made millions smile, but few knew the real story behind it. The rise of Wendy's wasn't built on slogans. It started with a man who wanted a simple burger that tasted like something you would make at home. That dream pushed Wendy's to the top. Then things changed. The menu grew bloated, the brand lost its feel, which made customers walk away. Years later, Wendy's shocked the country and climbed back up again. This story says a lot about food, business, and the way a menu can shape an entire generation of eaters. The story begins in Columbus, Ohio. Dave Thomas wanted a burger that tasted fresh. He didn't want frozen patties. He didn't want a bland menu. He wanted something that felt honest. Dave believed people could taste the difference, so he stacked the odds by shaping his patties into squares. The edges stuck out of the bun, letting everyone see the meat. The idea was simple and bold at the same time, and customers loved it. Wendy's opened doors when other chains relied on fast service alone. Restaurants around the country copied each other, but Wendy's leaned into flavor and freshness. The brand grew fast because people felt it was different. It wasn't trying to be flashy, it was trying to be better. That early rise created fans who still think the old Wendy's tasted cleaner and richer, and that loyalty would matter later. But no brand grows forever, and Wendy soon learned what happens when a company tries to be everything at once. Success led to pressure. Wendy's wanted to keep climbing, so they added more items, then even more. The menu wasn't tight anymore. It stretched too far, with meals that confused both workers and customers. Kitchens slowed down. Orders took longer. Food quality slipped because workers had too many items to juggle. People began to shift toward chains that stuck to simple menus. Wendy's had drifted from the idea that made it special in the first place. The brand started to lose its voice. Customers still walked through the doors, but the spark was gone. This wasn't just a business mistake. It also changed the nutritional side of Wendy's food. More fried items, more sauces, more calorie-heavy meals. The chain drifted from the fresh angle Dave Thomas built. Then came the moment that pushed Wendy's even deeper into trouble. By the way, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Dave Thomas passed away, and millions felt it. He wasn't just the founder, he was the face of the brand. He appeared in ads, spoke to families. He gave Wendy's a warm feel that no script could mimic. Once he was gone, Wendy's lost a part of its identity. The brand looked the same, but something in the tone changed. Competitors saw an opening and moved fast. New chains grabbed young customers, old chains updated sauces, sandwiches, and ads. Meanwhile, Wendy's drifted through the market without a clear aim. The fall wasn't sudden, it was slow and painful. Parents who grew up with Wendy's stopped visiting as often. Teens didn't connect with it, and the menu still felt scattered. Then something unexpected happened. Wendy's decided to stop chasing and instead rebuild from the inside. The comeback started quietly. Wendy's trimmed the menu. They brought back a fresher approach. They created items that felt classic and new at the same time. They introduced a new fry recipe that sparked debate, but it grabbed attention. They refreshed their stores with a cleaner design and updated kitchens. The biggest shift came from how Wendy's used social media. Their online voice was sharp and unpredictable. Younger audiences loved it. Suddenly, Wendy's became the chain that everyone talked about again. They didn't try to mimic rivals. They found their own lane. Wendy's also pushed to improve some food choices, testing better ingredients and leaning more on salads, baked potatoes, and fresh-made items. Even if not everything was healthy, the effort made people trust the brand again. But the real spark behind the comeback came from something even stronger than jokes or new fries. People came back because Wendy's returned to what made it special. Clean flavor, straightforward meals, a feeling that you were getting something fresh, not something that sat under a heat lamp too long. The comeback showed that a restaurant doesn't need tricks when it has a clear purpose. The story of Wendy's rising, falling, and rising again teaches one thing. Food changes fast, but trust takes years to build and seconds to lose. Wendy's nearly lost it because they drifted from the values Dave Thomas built, and they earned it back by returning to those roots. Wendy's journey isn't done yet. The next chapter might be even more surprising because the fight for attention in the fast food world is far from over.